And we are live with Bill Belichick. How's it going, Bill?
It's good. You have any questions for me?
Yeah, how do you plan on losing again this week?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do our best to call the plays that are good and not call the plays that are not good. And then Buffalo's got a really good team, and we're just going to do our best. The players that are hurt on COVID will not be there, and the ones that can play will be playing.
Okay. So you got any kind of secret tips to give us?
Yeah, usually from my years of coaching and experience, I've learned that you want to try to have the highest score by the end of the game. As long as you have more points than the other team, most of the times you win when the clock hits at 0.
Well, we appreciate that, Bill.
Anyway, yeah. That's my zero
that's pretty much
for the day.
That's pretty much every Bill Belichick press conference for the last 20 years.
He says a whole bunch of nothing because he ain't giving you nothing. He's only there because the NFL makes him be there. If he had a choice, he'd never make a single press conference ever.
Well, there's absolutely nobody in here with us for the moment, so now would be a good time for announcements.
Hey,
for those who are going to join us later. And
all right.
And there have been people joining us later. That's kind of cool. So anyway, a couple of announcements. What the main one that I'm thinking of is join me here tomorrow night at I'm guessing 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock sounds good. Join me here at 9 o'clock with Mandy, and we are going to roll out our November contest. We're doing one together.
Ooh, big announcement.
And well, it's going to be a big contest, and the prize is going to be nice. Now, hopefully, I can get a good algorithm, catch one of them algorithms going out, and so that everybody can hear about the contest. Because we haven't finalized. I haven't talked to her and finalized the prize, but there will be money, and there will be other stuff.
Ooh, big announcement!
And so our contest, I'll even throw this out there. Our contest is going to be about diabetes awareness.
Hey, I'm on that.
So yeah, so we are going to be running a contest there. It's going to be real simple, but it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good one, and I'm excited to get into it and
can't wait
and to do it.
So you're saying this? Looking forward to you. I have a really cool contest they just announced, and I got an ASMR Batman video coming up. You're hitting it hot.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, and the ASMR Batman video, I expect to be up. Well, it depends on how much editing I have to do tonight.
Raw footage an hour or so. Throw it up there.
Yeah, I just got to make some cuts, and then it'll be probably pretty good to go. And so I'm hoping to have it up. It may be late in the morning. But I'm not sleeping anyway. So I've got something to actually do tonight.
Why aren't you sleeping?
While I'm not sleeping. Yeah. So I don't
something to do. So you're not bored.
Yeah. So I've got something to do, and I'm going to follow that up because it was an ASMR video. It didn't make sense to put in it wouldn't make sense to put in sound clips. So I'm going to go back and make a separate video with sound clips for the albums I'm talking about in this video. So, yeah.
Don't forget, are you still using Filmora?
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can right-click on it and raise the volume up 200% if you haven't done that, just to make the ASMR just that much more ASMR-y, because they always give you 100%, but you can always make it louder. I didn't know if you were aware of that.
Well, yeah, and let's also give a little shout out to my microphone here,
Oh, even better.
which ASMR Batman never got to use before today, and I think it's going to make a world of difference.
You got high tech ASMR.
I don't even
know at this point if it's a spoof or a parody. I think you literally are making an ASMR video, and
I don't know if you. It's so out there. I don't know if ASMR people would take it seriously or not. But I tell you what, have you seen some of the views that people get for rattling paper on a microphone?
it's crazy. It makes no sense to me. There is an audience out there, and you might know out of that large audience, there might be people with the Batman fetish, and then you just made their day.
It's nuts. And if I could get an ASMR video or channel to take off, you better believe I would start. I would crinkle and shake and make every noise humanly possible and get some of those views, because I imagine those would buy some records.
Yeah. Monetize that channel. You don't have to worry about, any kind of, copyright claims on music and songs. Easy money.
Yeah. And so I don't know, but I do think they're funny videos, and yeah.
It's funny because people take them seriously. That's the funny part. When I'm watching, I'm like, people watch this?
But now, as much fun as I'm making of ASMR, I've heard people, and I've met a few folks that say, hey, ASMR helps me sleep. And, I know what it's supposed to do, and it doesn't really work for me, but if it works for someone else, more power to them. Because Lord knows I'm having a time sleeping these days. If I thought an ASMR video would help me get to sleep,
sure,
I'd probably go for it.
I just never heard it. And got the tingles in the back of my head, like they say, and the shivers down your spines. And I never.
Yeah, I've never experienced that either. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe if someone watches this video, this ASMR video, and that works for them, I hope they'll tell me.
That and maybe I will try on your Batman video. I'll put on headphones, turn off the lights, close my eyes, and I'll just lay back and take it all in and see if I can get that ASMR experience.
Yeah.
And if I can get it from yours, and I could probably get it from a real one.
Now there's an endorsement. Oh yeah, so we got that contest, and at some point I know that Mandy and I will do another movie live stream.
Cool. Any ideas what you're gonna do?
Well, we're talking about Bridesmaids, which Weinbender and somebody else said that was a good movie. And I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe around Thanksgiving. Do we dare do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Before the new one comes out?
Oh, I don't even want to think about the new one. Why would anyone want to do that? I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how anyone could even, you're not going to improve upon Steve Martin and John Candy's performance in that movie.
How?
I mean, that's just not even possible. And it was directed by Landau, right?
Yeah, it was Landau.
I think so. And I mean, so what is it that they think they're going to accomplish?
I mean, honestly, the movie's a great movie, but it's not like it's this unique movie writing wise where it's a plot that's never been done before. It's a good movie and all that, but it is John Candy and Steve Martin that carries the whole film and makes the film what the film is. And I don't mean that the writing's bad. It's not at all, but I'm just saying it's not something that's like, oh, we got to redo that movie because there's no other movies at all that we could do a remake of. There's plenty of other options out there that I don't know. Makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You're gonna do What About Bob next? You know?
Oh my gosh. And that is one of my favorite all-time Bill Murray movies.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I love that movie probably as much as some of the other stuff. I love it better than Caddyshack. I love it better than some of his other big movies like Stripes.
I have a weird thing. I kind of like Groundhog Day. I don't know why.
Groundhog Day is up there. But I probably still, hey, Eric Weinbender. Good you could join us. We're just talking before we get into football. We were talking little movies. We're talking about why people are remaking classics like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
It makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it whatsoever. It's on to Buffalo.
And just in case you're wondering, Steve has been possessed by the well, I didn't think Bill Belichick had a soul.
Oh, well, that's why. It's not in the body. It embodies me every now and then.
So let's talk some football.
All right. Let's talk some football. Okay, anyway.
All right.
It's obligatory now. I've done it every week. Why would I stop now?
How about those Falcons?
You know, I'll be honest with you. Did you see that play where Teddy Bridgewater got kicked, and then after he got that play, then he goes forward and then he gets hit in the head? Like 2 dirty plays in one play. Oh, Falcons.
Well, that was terrible. I mean, the dude just
and then
well, I can't tackle him, so let me just kick him. Let me kick his legs out from under him. And then you can see him kind of take a shot to the back of the head as he went through the ground.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. The Falcons actually managed to not lose a game.
They got it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's kind of over. I think we're starting to see at this point in the season the teams that are calling it in now, and the teams that are bad but they're still trying. I think we're getting that separation now, and but yeah, it's take a look here.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
All right. So Eric says you got to cut off those sleeves to make it a BB hoodie.
I know, but this is my only one, and I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, I thought we could maybe get some better ratings if we had Miss Value Vinyl cut it off of you on live.
Nope, don't give her any ideas. Don't give her any. It's good she didn't hear you.
I mean, I think people would pay money to see Mrs. VV come at you with a sharp object.
We do keep that off camera as much as possible. Not that it doesn't happen frequently, because it does. It's just not for witnesses.
So,
but yeah, Atlanta, they got to win. Yay!
So we can get right to the meat and potatoes for Eric.
Let's do it,
because the next game showing on my list is Vikings at Packers.
Remember, I said we're starting to figure out who is and who isn't, trying anymore. The Vikings just got rid of their best defensive lineman and traded him. What was it, Gankwe, I think his name was, or whatever. There's no way that they're going to come close. I think this is going to be like a 30-point blowout, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. The Vikings defense hasn't stopped anybody. They're terrible. And didn't they just trade Yannick Ngakoue to the Baltimore Ravens?
Yep, that's what I'd said. Yeah, Ngakoue traded him, and he was like their best player on a team of bad players, but still, they're not going to contain the legend that is.
Yeah. Well, and how about Aaron Rodgers this week? Did you hear the big quote? I think was that this week where he said they were talking about down years, and he said, "Yeah, but for me, a down year for me is a career year for everybody else."
Yeah, that was last week, I think. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ugh. Oh, Aaron. And then I saw how Brett Favre loves Donald Trump so much and is bragging about how much he's going to vote for Donald Trump. I'm like, wow, there you go, Brett. That's nice. No politics here, but I'm just saying that's a typical Packers move. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of came out. What's up with Favre? I don't know. But anyway,
say hi, Bree.
The whole Aaron. Let's see. The whole Aaron Rodgers remark kind of reminded me. There was this quarterback on quarterbacks like videotape that I used to have back in the 90s. I think maybe like some oil company or something put it out.
Okay.
And they were talking about quarterbacks about what it was like to be in the zone. And Dan Marino said, "Oh, I don't know. I've been in the zone for the past decade." I love that quote. Oh, let's see. Green Bay in talks for trading a wide receiver. Infuriating. Why the heck did we burn our first 2 picks? Could have drafted players that contribute.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of the moves the Packers make these days.
Are you saying they shouldn't have drafted Love where they drafted him? Is that what you're saying, Eric? That was a bad draft? Yeah, it is true. Aaron Rodgers' bad seasons are better than other people's good. It's not that he's lying. It's the fact that he didn't have to say it. It kind of
didn't have to rub it in everybody's face.
Dude, we know, Aaron. Shut up.
I've bin puzzled. Like I said, the night of the draft, I actually didn't catch what they had done because I was so it was a big night for the Dolphins. We had 2 first rounders and an early second rounder, and so I was engulfed in what we were doing and were we going to get Tua and who are these other guys that are coming up that are the picks right behind them. And
I want to say congratulations for you because we were all joking last year about the tanking for Tua thing, and then you guys actually started winning games. I'm like, there you go. You're not going to get Tua now. You still got Tua. Good job.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I bet if he hadn't hurt his hip, we wouldn't have.
True. He would have been higher than you would.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an odd thing, but so it missed me. It totally missed me that they drafted a quarterback in the first round, and then I got looking at it the next day and thinking, as far as Green Bay got last year, and part of the problem was that Aaron had like 1 wide receiver to throw to.
Well, yeah, because they keep converting their wide receivers into running backs because they didn't have any running backs. It's just chaos, but they were still winning games.
Why?
All on Aaron's arm. It's just amazing.
So why in the world would you draft a quarterback in the first round?
Yeah, I agree. Don't like it. I agree.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense that.
Hey, Jenny's here.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey,
and Dave.
And Dave.
You're a total waste. It'd be like Michael Jordan retired with 1 championship.
And to think, if the organization of the Packers did the best that they could and they got teams together, they could have stopped a few of those Patriots Super Bowl wins, And
yeah.
That's the biggest thing I'm resentful for is that I don't like the Packers at all, but at least they could have did something good, like totally mess with the Patriots for a decade. But
anybody. Well, yeah, and anybody that can beat the Patriots, but then there were teams that
I love how you stopped sure of that. That's great.
That dangled it in front of me and didn't capitalize on it, like the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Really, you couldn't run the ball once or twice. That probably would have been all it took for them to win that game. And Jake, if you don't get off that modem,
Oh wait, you can't hear me. You got your headphones on.
no, he can't hear you. I can hear you, but he can hear me. I don't care. Jake, get out of there, buddy. Get off the modem. Get off the modem, bud. I need you.
Warning, technical difficulties.
Get off. I don't know why he likes to sit on it, but I'm afraid he's going to block up the holes and cause it to overheat with his big butt. Poor fella.
All right, so we're pretty much that's a pretty easy win for the Packers over the Vikings.
Oh yeah. That's easy. I guess I could turn some. This is my new high tech thing. I've got lights over here. I guess I could. Whoa. Actually,
you need to shave, sir. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I do need to shave. And I actually got a razor, and I'm so blind that it was laying in a dark spot on the counter, and I didn't see it until too late. So let's see. If Aaron switched with Brady years ago, Aaron 8 championships, Brady already retired.
Possible.
Though I got to give it to Brady. He is playing.
We'll get to that later, but he's doing good. So
He's kind of messing up my insult when I call him a system quarterback.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be doing good on his own. We wanted Cam to do really, really well and the Patriots to win. Then we'd be like, say, it's just a system. Plug and chug. Chad Henning, it doesn't matter. Put anybody in there. But no.
And we do want to wish everybody a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So we're looking at the Titans and the Bengals next.
The Bungles and the Titans. Wow, there is a lot of no-brainer games this week, right? Or is it just
There's a few?
Yeah, this is another no-brainer for me. I don't see any reason Tannehill's not going to just tear apart the Bengals. I really would like to see Burrow do well. I always want to see the rookies do well, but not the way they're doing it. And homeboy stiff arm, look forward to him. Yeah, you got a running attack and a passing attack like that. All you got to do is just make sure your defense can stop people, and the Titans' defense isn't the worst in the league. So, yeah.
Yeah, even with the Titans losing to the Steelers last week.
It's the Steelers. Yeah. We do that. One team had a good team. One team had to lose, so that doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah. Now the Steeler fans got a little carried away. There was one play where they stuffed Derrick Henry. And I saw Steeler fans online going, yeah, take that. We destroyed him. Thinking,
typical Steeler fan reaction.
Yeah, you might want to hold on a minute because he's going to get back up.
Derrick Henry's a monster.
Time to be all stuff him. So let's see what happens if Derrick Henry catches one of the Steelers one-on-one. And especially a defensive back.
So just want to make sure we're in the room here, okay? 3-3 Lions fan. We've got 3-3 Dolphin fan over here. And then we've got a Steeler fan in here. Oh, how must feel nice to have that record there, guys. How long is that going to last?
What? What are they, 6-0?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
The best chances this week of the I'm sure we'll get to that game, but after this week, I don't know. This is going to be their best chance of losing, but
yeah. But Titans, no doubt. I mean, the Bengals could give them a game, but I expect the Titans to win that one.
Like I said the other week, if Mixon gets lit up, and he carries the ball 20 plus times, and establishes a decent run game, they can give him a run for their money, but they're not going to punch the clock at the end with a bigger score. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Now here's probably the biggest gimme of the year. Jets at Chiefs.
Yep. I say Darnold, 4 touchdowns, 400 yards. I'm so full of crap. It's going to be at least a 30-point win. They've given up. They have given up. They are bad.
Yeah.
Do we even need to talk about that game? I mean, anybody that watched any football or knows anything about it knows how good the Chiefs are and how bad the Jets are, which means lock of the week, I'm picking it. The Jets are going to win. Watch. I know you're telling me crazy, but watch. I'm not saying that I'm picking that. I'm saying that they're going to win because weird crap like this is going to happen. It's 2020, and it's going to be something dumb. I hate these kind of trap games where you just put too much into, they're just going to blow them away. I'm scared. It scares you. Does this scare you, or are you like, nah?
I don't even think the bizarreness of 2020 can trump the ineptitude of Adam Gase.
There's nothing in the world that can stop
I think
train of incompetitude.
right. I don't think even 2020 can screw this up for Adam Gase. He will
for Halloween now.
he will manage to not have a plan for nothing. Yeah, and so I'm not the Jet players are going to go out there and they're going to play with some pride. They're going to be playing also thinking, when I get out of here, I want to, if they dismantle this team, I want to be able to go somewhere else and play. So they're
footage tapes.
Footage so there is some motivation to be a good player, even though you're playing on a terrible team. So this may be a little closer than what we think, but I honestly do not see any way possible for the Jets to knock off the Chiefs. I mean, not unless the whole something drastic were to happen and I like half the team be made ineligible or something.
No, I think the number 2 squad for the Chiefs is still better than the starters for the Jets. So
probably, and no matter what, they're going to have better coaching.
Absolutely.
Period. Yeah.
Next
so
game. Yeah.
Oh well. Now here's a game for you: Colts at Lions.
Remember go back to episode 1, where I talked about how much I love Phillip Rivers. Well, with that being said, I got to do what I normally do, and I got to stick with it because it's always worked, and I've always jinxed myself. The Lions are going to lose. They're going to lose wholeheartedly, and it won't even be a close game. Because that means they might win. It works. It's worked before, so come on. But my boys, we've won 3 games this year, but there haven't been 3 dominating wins where we kicked butt the whole way through, had the lead at the beginning, and kept it all the way through the game. Nope, it's not been that at all. And we're winning by the seat of our pants and out of Matt Stafford just being a freaking unit. Give him a minute last week. He's like, oh, he fell on the 1-yard line? Oh, but he didn't. He went in and scored. I got a minute. Let's do this. And then Stafford brings it back and wins the game. Stafford's a stud. But as we know, one player cannot, do it. And we've had a good running attack. I just want to brag about how we've won 2 games in a row. But I feel like I curse myself if I do that because I'm a Lions fan. And I can't. So I still have to expect we're going to lose, no matter how good we play. Colts win.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you're going to appreciate this or not. I picked the Lions to win.
Now they really are going to lose. Thanks, Dale. Screwed it all up.
Oh, geez. I don't know. Well, I didn't put a whole lot of confidence points on this.
Okay.
But
In all honesty, they have the talent. They really, I think, head to head, looking at offenses versus defenses and whatnot, the Lions have a really good shot of winning the game. They really
right. And I expect this to be a medium scoring game, and it could one that could probably go either way at many points in the second half. But I'm thinking if the Falcons of all teams can find a way to win, surely the Lions can.
Yes. And you do realize that we man, why can't I just have you ever have those brain fart days where you're having a brain fart? Hold on. I'm gonna get there. Work with me. Come on.
Now
We just got traded like one of the best defensive players from the Cowboys. And he's going to be starting on Sunday. And man, why can't I remember who that is? But that was our secret weapon, is that the Lions got a big ad on defense. And my brain. See if you can find it before me.
that's what I'm going to try. Everson Griffin.
Bam! Got it. That's it. It was tip of my tongue. Is that here? His name was right here. Tip of my tongue.
So is Dallas giving up?
We gave up like a couple like late round picks. Seriously, it was a steal. And remember, Griffin, we don't need to worry about it this year, but he played for the Vikings for quite a few years. So there is that NFC North knowledge that he'll have that he could help us with on the Vikings end. But yeah, that's that. Like I said, he's a good player, and that fills the hole. We needed help on our defensive line, and he'll be in. So
Well, there you have it. Maybe he'll make the play that gives the Lions the win.
he'll knock Philip Rivers so hard he'll become sterile, so he can't have his 10th kid. Yeah.
Has Philip Rivers got that many kids?
8. Yeah, he has 8. 8 kids.
Wow.
Kind of a running joke that yeah. So he doesn't have his 9th kid. I kind of did it a little lower, but let's just say when he's not playing football, he's a busy guy.
Oh. All right. So I'm picking the Lions, you're picking the Colts, so you can jinx the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically we're both picking the Lions, but I'm picking the Colts officially.
Well, on the pick'em distribution list, unfortunately, 73% of the people have picked the Colts, and only 27%.
They
picked
don't
the
watch
Lions.
the games. They see one's 4-2 and one's 3-3. So the 4-2 team's gonna win. They don't even.
Yeah.
That's what those people are doing.
So after that game, we got the Steelers and Ravens.
Listen, Dave, if you're still watching, I'm sorry, but this is Dale. You're gonna support me on this. When it comes to teams going undefeated and winning all of the games, there's a team over there. You see the little flag behind Dale, see the hat on his head. You know, we don't need any more of those. So the Steelers have got to lose. And I looked at the schedule, and Ravens can do it. So it's not that I want the Steelers to lose. I just don't want them to win. Does that make sense? Ravens.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I got to remember which way we're going here. That over there, that is the national flag for Perfectville.
So I was alluding to.
Only one team in the modern era, front to back, and that's the
Don't count
Dolphins.
the Patriots because they stunk it in the playoffs and they didn't make it all the way through.
They choked in the big game and let the Giants beat them, so they did not get to come to Perfectville.
No. Oh, but there's
Perfectville.
only 13 games in the season or whatever back then, and so blah, 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 blah.
And Perfectville is not going to go half black and gold this year. Not going to happen. And I think that tomorrow is when that comes. That dream comes screeching to a halt. This is
Sorry, man, you're going down.
This is one place where I do think I do kind of still put some weight on home field advantage, especially when it's a team as good as the Ravens. And if you're a sorry team, I don't know that home field does much for you.
Again,
But if you're a good
I'll
team,
reiterate, does home field advantage matter when there's practically nobody in the stands or it's limited seating?
I think it does.
Is it geographic? Because I thought a lot of it is the fan support, the noise, and the crowd. That's what gives you the advantage.
Right. That's part of it. But I think also, the Ravens aren't having to expend the energy to be on the road. They know their surroundings when they go to the game. It is their home field. There's no place like home. And the Steelers, may not have to put up with the fans in the stands, but they still have to pack up their stuff, go all the way to Baltimore, deal with being in hotel rooms, deal with being in a locker room that's not theirs.
How far away is that? They're not that.
Not a huge distance.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I think that when you're talking about really good teams, they defend their home field.
Yeah.
And
I think they got the ability this year. I know they haven't played all the way up to where I thought the Ravens would play this year. But I think that they got the ability. I mean, after this, who's going to beat them? I mean,
the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's later on, isn't it? They do play.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I still think this conference comes down to Chiefs and the Ravens. And if we were doing power rankings, even with the Steelers being undefeated, I still think the Chiefs, the Ravens are better than they are. They might be on a level with the Titans. And then we gotta take into account the Bills. Those are really the 5 big teams in the AFC right now.
It just feels bad to me because it's like normally I'm like, I want the Steelers to win, but it feels kind of dirty to just not want them to win out of petty principles of the deal, But I really am. I'm hoping that they lose because they have to. And once they lose that one, they can win all the rest of the games they want. They can go to the Super Bowl, beat the Packers, whatever. But they got to lose this week, in my opinion.
Well, I just look at it this way. All right, so let's take a deeper look at the Steelers. Steelers beat the Giants. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Texans.
Wins, both horrible teams.
They beat the Texans, Eagles.
Good team. Okay.
And they whooped the Browns. Until they beat the Titans last week, it's hard to say they really beat anybody.
Right.
They've got a super easy schedule.
What was the final score of that Titans game?
Let's see. Where is it? Right there it is. 27-24. So it's not like they whooped the Titans.
That was exactly my point. It wasn't a blowout. It was a close game the whole way through. It was one play, and the game could have went the other way. Easy. So it's not.
They've got the Ravens this week, which is a tough in Baltimore, which is tough. And then they go down. The Cowboys are beat up. Then they come home for the Bengals. Then on the road to the Jaguars. Their next tough game after the Ravens is the Ravens.
Again.
Yeah. And then they've got Washington. Buffalo could give troubles because that game's in Buffalo in in
Oh, and it'll
December.
be in the middle.
December.
It'll be snowy, right? So okay,
It could
maybe the
potentially.
Bills.
It's hard to say.
But Pittsburgh's pretty good at playing in the snow too. So I don't know, give a snow advantage there, but maybe home.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you got the Bengals. Then they close out. Talk about a gift. They close out with the Bengals, the Colts, and the Browns. So it's not the hardest schedule I've ever seen. And because you're seeing the Ravens twice, and then the Titans and the Bills once.
No Chiefs. So that's what I thought. I didn't think I saw the Chiefs on there. So
no Chiefs on there.
yeah, okay. I wasn't going to call you out on it, but I didn't think I saw them, but I could have been wrong. I frequently am.
Right, and I didn't really see any of the big NFC teams. Well, they're playing the AFC or the NFC East,
Right.
which is the weakest division in the NFC. If they were playing
Eagles and Cowboys and that whole division, isn't there like record like a total of 5 or 6 wins with all the teams added?
Oh, yeah, it's terrible over there.
I mean,
so now if they had to play an NFC division, let's take a look at, all right, say like they had to play the NFC West, where you got the Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, and 49ers.
that would be
Well,
a
that
little more
would be a
difficult.
different story. Or even the NFC North with the Packers, Bears, Lions, that would be a different story. Or, even the South, the NFC South has got the Bucks and the Saints.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? The Falcons are on a roll. You never know.
So the Steelers have got a weak schedule.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying they're not a good team.
No.
But I
like Juju Smith-Schuster. I like Claypool. They got some great talent there for Ben to throw to. But yeah,
the one thing I would worry about if I were the Steelers is having that weak schedule, because I think that good competition toughens you up for the playoffs.
True.
And
you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Ain't that right, Ric Flair?
Right. So what happens if you come off games with what did I say? The Colts and Bengals and Browns, and then all of a sudden you got to face a team that's as fast and dangerous as the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. But and what did I? Oh yeah, and the Ravens, they've only been beaten by the Chiefs this year, which
is like the best team and defending Super Bowl champions. So kind of you give them a pass for that loss. You kind of can,
Yeah. So I'm not saying this is going to be an easy game. I definitely think the Steelers and Ravens are two tough squads, and the Steelers are capable of winning in Baltimore, but I'm not picking it.
I fully expect a slugfest. I do.
Right.
I just don't want the Steelers to win. We've made that clear.
I want the Steelers to lose at some point, but I don't know. I don't know if I have to have it tomorrow, though. Given their strength of schedule, it might make me a little nervous. It might make me a little nervous if they don't get that loss tomorrow.
Right.
Speaking of Dolphins, next game on the schedule: Rams at Dolphins.
It's Tua time. I saw an article that the Rams coaches are actually watching college footage because there's not enough NFL footage of Tua because of
there's 2 snaps on Tua.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, but you guys can't watch the college footage because that doesn't translate because it's different offense, different everything. What are you going to get off of that? So if there is a time where a rookie quarterback is going to start in the middle of the year and get an opportunity to shine, this is a year that could happen because of no preseason and no really seeing what they're doing. So honestly, though, I think the Rams are a better team altogether, Dale. No, get mad at me.
I'm not mad.
I think Goff and the Rams have every ability and every reason they should and can win that game. But there is that X factor in Tua, and if he pulls out that Heisman magic kind of thing, this might be a fun game, and they might win. And I hope for you that they do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not an easy game for me because
He took out Fitzmagic.
I do think
Fitzmagic could have won this if they lose, and I'll be really mad if they don't. Because then you told me to trust the system, Dale. You told me to trust the system, Dale.
I don't think Fitzmagic could beat the Rams.
Probably true.
I think it would depend on a lot will depend on the pressure that the Rams can bring with Aaron Donald.
You mean
Fitz,
Aaron, the best defensive player that's played in the past 2 decades, Donald, that guy?
yeah.
Okay.
And now one advantage that Tua will have, I believe, is that Aaron Donald plays left end, right?
Yeah, left. Yeah.
So being a lefty, at least Tua will see him.
Tua's a lefty. Oh, yeah.
So hopefully Tua will keep his eyes open, and
He won't get hit from behind. If he gets nailed, it's going to be face first.
right. So, hopefully that'll be an advantage. But I think part of the problem with that Fitzpatrick would have had with this defense, it is if they start getting pressure. Fitzpatrick has a history of making bad choices and staring down receivers. And whereas
You're right.
Whereas I think Tua has better vision downfield.
And mobility, maybe.
He has mobility and he's got a quicker release.
Because you're right about that. The biggest time when you see Fitzmagic having issues is if he gets pounded one good time and he just kind of falls apart there. I've seen that happen before when he did crumble in the past. It was usually after he got shook a little bit, and Tua's younger. He's able to get away from it. Yeah, you got a point there. They might have a better chance of winning with Tua. Are you Coach Flores? Hello, is that who you're going for Halloween? Is that your?
Well, I'm just saying that I think this is part of why we go for a guy like Tua. He get his upside. Now, I mean, if he's not ready, it could get ugly. But I think he's ready. I think he's a smart kid. And
he didn't look like he was like, oh my gosh, I'm in the NFL. What am I gonna do? He didn't look
right
at all. He looked like,
right. And in the 2 snaps that he had, or the two throws that he made when he played against the Jets, if you look, the Jets sent everything his way. I mean, they were trying to embarrass this rookie that night.
And he still got it off.
And yeah, so on that first completion, he rolled to his left and managed to pick up a couple of yards. He hit his man, and then he threw for a first down. Nothing world beating, and he's got to show that he can do that consistently. But at the same time, I was watching a professional football player, analyze those plays, and he was saying, yeah, they really sent everything after him. They were trying to embarrass that kid, and it didn't work. So
I've seen situations where let's be honest, that is a high stress. Yeah, they were playing the Jets, fine, but that was a high pressure situation for Tua. He knows everyone's looking at him. He knows that, and he still didn't crumble. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks in similar situations just throw it picks. They're trying to do too much, and they're trying to push so hard that they are counterproductive. And he looked like he was conservative and knew his plays, knew his reads, knew his options, and read them. And that's what you want to see.
And that's what he did in Alabama. I saw a lot of breakdown of the film from Alabama. They were showing what other people were seeing into it, and his ability to be able to look downfield and look off wide receivers and then go back to them was impressive. And he's got all these tools. He's got great vision. He's got He's very accurate thrower. He's got a nice long ball.
Side topic: Scott Mitchell, wasn't he a lefty too?
Yeah, he was a lefty, and
You Dolphins got some issues with left-handed guys. I'm just saying.
oh yeah. Then we got him to play just good enough for you all to take him off of our hands. How'd that work out for you?
He looked competent every now and then ish.
Yeah, he could do that. Mitchell could do that, but he was a piece of work. But but that was Shula for you. I mean, he had that was your Marino went down with the Achilles, right?
He came in when somebody was hurt and looked good. That was another system quarterback situation, I think.
Right. And he came in after Marino got hurt, I believe, with the Achilles.
Yeah.
And then so we played him. I think he was even our quarterback when Shula broke the all-time winning coaching record with like 300 and some games. Again, it was against the Philadelphia Eagles. I do remember that.
Yep.
And then he got hurt, and we brought in Steve DeBerg. And went as far as we could with DeBerg, but the problem was DeBerg was old, and you could tell his arm was running out of bullets.
I mean, it's not like he was a superstar with the Chiefs or all the other journeyman teams.
No, he was a journeyman too, like Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
But he could play well, but he just at that point, he didn't have enough. His gun was getting old, falling apart, and he couldn't quite hang.
Holy cow! It's almost 10 o'clock, Dale. We just started. This is running long.
Oh wow!
We're just sidetracking again. We keep sidetracking.
Yeah. So we were talking about the Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins to win, but I'm not doing it by much. And I'm doing it because tomorrow when I'm watching the game, I don't want to be thinking about, if that'll ruin my record. So
I'm picking the Dolphins because I want to see them win. I know we're supposed to pick who do you think we're going to win versus we're going to see we're going to win. But you know what? I think they can. I wish the best for the kid.
Well, we've got a decent team. We've got home.
Oh, by the way, Eric's right about that. Freaking Tua's little brother down in Maryland, first Maryland quarterback to throw for over 300 yards. And his brother's looking really sharp.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he had a brother playing football.
Yeah. Quarterback for the Terrapins. Had a great looking good.
Yeah, but I think we've got a shot at this game. I mean, and this is one place where I do think home field will play into it because we have had 2 long weeks. We're not having to go anywhere. The Rams are having to come to us and play. They had to play Monday night. And so on a short week, they're having to come all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, it is a short little week.
I mean that might be a factor too. So I don't know. It's possible.
Right. How do you pronounce his last name properly? Again,
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa.
I've looked at it enough. Everybody keeps saying you pronounce the first part tongue, though it doesn't. If you actually look at it, it looks like Tua Tagovailoa.
Right. But then again,
I keep
Favre, so
I keep hearing it pronounced with a tongue, and everybody phonetically is like tongue of Viola. So that's why I guess it is.
TT for short. We'll just call him TT.
So right, now, Patriots at the Bills.
I really, really, really. Dale, you. I don't think Cam Newton's a great quarterback for this system. He's a great talent, but he isn't really good at. No, seriously, I think Allen's going to do it. I see the Bills winning this, and I mean that legitimately. I've watched the Patriots closely. I listened to them on the radio, and of course, everybody in the Patriots country is, hanging themselves right now, thinking it's the end of the world. So maybe I'm biased by that, but I'm not impressed with the team. I don't think they have the physical talent that the Bills have. So all they got is the coaching to go with, and I like the Bills this year. I liked them at the beginning. They had a little bit of droop there, but I like them. I like the Bills, and I hate the Patriots. So go Buffalo, crash through some tables, do it.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to kick their butts.
No, I'm like they should win, and you're like they're going to dominate.
Well, I looked at, and again, I know you don't place that much in the home field advantage, but the Patriots have historically, as they've been a good team, they defend their home field. They
By the way,
defend their home.
Eric, I do see your comment, and F you.
But they defend their home field, and when was the last time you saw the Patriots take 2 spankings on their home field back-to-back weeks? And they benched Cam Newton because he was stinking up the joint.
That was the whole thing, is that he was the X factor. It's like, well, Cam's a good quarterback. As long as Cam's playing good, I'm a Cam fan. But when you play so bad that you get benched, and I know what else you got at quarterback. You don't got good quarterbacks behind there. How are the Patriots going to win? With what? How?
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I think you can pretty much stick a fork in the Patriots this year. They may have some good games, but I don't. I have this team, as far as being a power in the AFC, they're done. They're done. And now they may rebuild, but for now they're done.
The dynasty is done.
Yeah, can you name their backup? Right off the top of my head, I can't.
Well, I know Stidham's in there, but there's also Hoyer and Stidham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Stidham.
Hoyer. Because he's known for the wins and the.
Yeah. I don't really. The last 2 games have told me what I need to know about the Patriots, and I don't even know if they have that much heart. I'm not even worried about it.
They never had heart. They were a militaristic police regime down there. That's how it was ran. They didn't care about heart. Your job is to do your job, and you win the game. It was very regimented. It wasn't about emotions. Matter of fact, Bill tries to take emotions out of it. He doesn't want heart. So,
well, no, I think in some ways they were so good, and people trusted in Bill so much.
Yep.
That I think a lot of those older players for his would have run through a wall for him.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, the guy's hard, but we win, so he's right. And because he's right and we always win, whatever I feel and think is wrong. And of course, you saw players come in like Jamie Collins. We can go through the list of people that didn't quite buy into the system. Out of there. So the people that there bought into the system and were 100%
right. But you also saw a few guys like Randy Moss that actually came in and played well.
Well, because he went
even though Moss was not really much of a follower. I mean, he was kind of a wild card, but he straightened up for that year with Belichick. And I think part of that was because he Belichick to get him a ring, and they come close. Then they choked. But all right.
Yeah. Enough Patriot hate.
All right. So we got the Bills over the Patriots.
Yeah.
Now we got the Raiders at the Browns. That could be a tough game.
That's gonna be fun.
Neither team is there yet.
Yeah. Which one's showing up?
Right. Neither team is. They're both a little inconsistent. But they're both. But now, every now and then, they do show signs of life. Like when the Browns stomped the Cowboys down in Dallas, and the Raiders have played some good games, and they've got some nice pieces. I keep thinking about that tight end Waller. Man, he's a monster. I'd love to have him.
And let's look at who they've beaten this year. both teams.
Yeah.
We know the Raiders got a real good win. And that started the downfall of modern society over here in New England. But the Browns, man, they're 5-2. Who would have thought 5-2 at this point of the season that the Browns would be there? I don't think many people would have picked it. They would have. So
No, not especially after the way they opened the season, getting their butts handed to them by the Ravens.
no, nobody saw that. And so I personally, you know me, my number one team is the Lions in the NFC. Number one team in the AFC is the Browns. I'm a Browns fan. I'm a Baker fan. I got my brown colored glasses only because I see the crap before me, and that is Cleveland. But you know what? I'm giving it to them because hear this, Dale? Home field advantage.
Oh, wow. Did you really say that?
Yeah, I did. I just want to say, see if you're paying attention.
Well, I'm looking at the pick distribution of the fans over here. It's pretty even. It's 53% for the Raiders, 47% for the Browns.
That's about as dead even as it gets. It's only a couple points.
I picked the Browns. Did I put very much on it? Not well. I put 5 points. That's not a lot, but because I do think it's a fairly evenly matched game. But I do like the Browns in this one.
And remember, if I remember correctly, wouldn't Myles Garrett be the one that would be covering Waller from the Raiders, and that would take Waller out of the game? So,
well, no, you probably have a linebacker. If Waller is coming off the line of scrimmage, you probably have
if
a
he's running
linebacker.
for pass, right? You're going to have a linebacker covering him if he's going to catch a pass, right?
Yeah, so
But he's got a block.
you know, they might use Waller to chip Myles Garrett here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we'll both agree this is going to be a good game, and I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way, and it's going to go down to the wire. I think fair assessment.
Oh yeah. I think this will be a good game, and it's one that the Browns really need to try to win because they're trying to show that they're moving forward.
6-2 looks
and
real good.
I'll say this: Baker Mayfield makes some funny commercials.
Yeah, he does. The one where he's taking the stadium, he's cleaning up the seats and turning the lights on. It's his house, and then goes.
And also the one where this is not Baker Mayfield's body, but it's his head on somebody else's body.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I have to look it up. What product is it for? Do you remember who as far as it's not a commercial for insurance or anything, right?
I can't remember, but they had a couple NFL players. One was Miles, and then they had somebody else, and they had taken their heads and put them on somebody else's body.
I'll have to look that up for sure. I bet I can find it.
We got the Chargers and the Broncos. This is the start of the 4:00 games.
I feel overall that the Broncos are a better overall team in certain areas than the Chargers, but Herbert is looking good, and he's got some weapons on the offense. For 2-2-4 teams going against each other, I don't see this as being a blowout either. I think this will be close, but I'm going to give the edge to I'm not impressed and found the Broncos looked good and Locke looked good-ish, but I just have not seen enough out of Locke this year to see where he's at. And we've seen Herbert from the beginning of the year, and he's been pretty impressive from first snap of the first game. So I'm going to give it to the Chargers.
Well, looking at the fan distribution, it's pretty heavily weighted toward the Chargers with 89% to – no, wait a minute. 87% to 13%.
That's not even close.
Nope. Personally, I like the Chargers. I picked the Chargers too, just because I think the Broncos are weak where you need to be strong the most, and that's quarterback.
Yeah.
I still think that position is one of the weaker ones. And Herbert's been playing great. And but this is one that could go either way. how many? Whoa, though I did put 10 confidence points on the Chargers.
Stick
I
to
don't
your guns,
know.
Dale. Stick to your guns. Don't get wishy-washy now. You tell me how they're going to dominate. Come on now.
I'm not trying to say that Denver can't play good, but I am saying that I don't think they're going to beat the Chargers. Let me see something here. What are we looking at as far as standings on that? We're looking at the Chargers being 2-4 and the Broncos being 2-4. I don't know why I put 10 points on the Chargers, but I did. But I do think they're going to win.
I have a little thing. My favorite sports-related YouTube channel is That's Good Sports with Brandon Perna, and he is in Colorado, and he's a huge Broncos fan, and I just love seeing him lose his mind every single time the Broncos lose a game. So just for entertainment value, I need the Chargers to win this one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, this proves that when people come to this channel, they're going to get the best football analysis available, because I'm sitting here telling you I've got the Chargers big, and I can't really remember why.
I had confidence points to give out, and there's so many dead. Sure, quality content here, folks.
Melvin Gordon versus his old team might make for a good one.
That's true, but is Gordon going to be drunk, or is he going to be sober? And I only say that because of his recent tussle with an OUI. But I'm not impressed with Gordon. I haven't been this whole year. I think he's a non-factor in the game. But that's just me.
So I wonder which way Eric's picking the game, though. Does he think?
Eric. He says it's a good one, so he's thinking it's close. He's obviously not putting 10 confidence points on the Chargers.
Probably not. Of course,
we're professionals here.
Of course,
Oh. Yeah, we're going back to the Badger thing again, huh? Yeah. I forgot who I was talking to for a second there. I should have just kept my mouth crap about. I forgot.
You forgot?
I take it back, Linebender. Maybe Melvin will have a good day. Best of luck to him.
Eric's going with Denver, and hopefully an entertaining game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do still like the Bronco defense. Their offense just kind of, I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in it yet.
I haven't seen enough of Locke consistently to be able to say that he's a winner, consistently, and that's going to be the issue. So,
what did I just? Oh, I moved the schedule so I can look at something. Okay. When I'm off the schedule.
Also, you got to remember, Melvin's not just that he was a Badger. I just checked on it just to make sure. Yeah, he's born and bred Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's pure blood cheese running through him. Woo!
Now we get.
Yes, Beth, we're still talking the sports balls.
We're talking the foosball.
We're kind of running a little late because we're getting jibber jabbery. It happens.
So now we got the Saints at the Bears.
Bears are 5-2. Saints are 4-2. On paper, looks even. Eyeball test says Saints. I mean, I'm still not. The Bears keep going through, and they're. What happened last week? Yeah, I'm going. I it's kind of like Aaron Rodgers, where you always have, as long as Drew Brees is on the field, they have a chance of winning the game. I can't say that with Foles. And so I don't know. I can't. I've got nothing.
Yeah, I have a hard time explaining how the Bears get to their record.
I don't know either.
Football's the devil.
That was from Beth. She just wanted to let us know.
She keeps quoting one of my favorite movies.
Ooh, yeah.
I love Waterboy.
Oh boy, it's starting in the chats. Eric, redheads are the devil, and then she. Have fun, kids. We're gonna keep talking football. You keep it nice down there.
Hey, Erica.
So Saints, Bears. Again, Bears are not as good of a team as the record shows, but like the 85 Bears, they just keep winning, and maybe they'll win themselves up to the Super Bowl. Look at the NFC North, man. We've got the Packers and the Bears, and the Bears could catch up to the Packers with one bad move by the Pack. One looks good and impressive, the other one don't. As an NFC North guy, tell you, I don't know how they win. It's magic. Voodoo magic, the devil.
I look at this game and I remind myself the object of football is to score more points than the other team. And one team has Drew Brees.
That's what Belichick said earlier.
And one team has Drew Brees and the other one don't. So I'm taking the Saints in that game. Now we got another one that I don't – depending upon the week, 49ers at Seahawks. Which 49ers team's going to show up?
When the 49ers show up, they show up.
Yeah.
But when they don't,
the Dolphins knocked the stuffing out of them, but they didn't stay down long.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy
Garoppolo. Yeah. Yes, Zach, Saints. We both called the Saints winning and beating the Bears. You'll be proud of us, Zach. Got it.
Yeah. The Dolphins whooped the 49ers 43-17, but then they come back and beat the Rams 24-16 and then whooped the Patriots 33-6. But now they are going up against the Seahawks, and Russell Wilson ain't playing.
This is the game of the week because I think these are both okay. If the Seahawks have been the most consistent team, I believe, if the consistent Seahawks are playing the on fire Niners, the Niners are going to win. But it depends on if those Niners show up again. If the loser Niners show up. But again, earlier in the season when they lost those games, Jimmy wasn't a quarterback, right?
I don't remember.
He was out for like 2 or 3 games. So
yeah, he was.
So their record here is really on Jimmy Garoppolo's back, and he's still there. So, God, this is going to be a good game.
All right, first we're going to say good night to Beth. Glad to have you in here. Quoting some Waterboy. I think Eric's right here. This is going to be a slobber knocker. Jimmy G's back to playing the way he plays. This is going to be tough, but at the same time, man, who's beating the Seahawks? They're 5-1, and haven't. Who was the last one to actually knock them off? It was the.
Okay, Dale. I got a question for you, Dale. Okay.
Wow. I'm having a hard time finding their loss. Oh, it was against the Cardinals a couple of weeks ago, or last week.
What's fluke?
I don't know. I'm picking the Seahawks, but I guarantee you I didn't put any confidence points on this. And
the question I was going to come after is, if you have a game that needs to be won, where it's on the line, and you have to put the ball in your quarterback's hands, is it Russell Wilson or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Right now, it'd be Russell Wilson.
Same here. So that's why I'm going to also say Seahawks too. But it could go either way. No confidence points.
Yeah, that wasn't a slam on Jimmy G, but Russell Wilson's who's playing better than Russell Wilson besides maybe Aaron Rodgers?
DK Metcalf. you see him run out and get that tackle after that interception? Oh, they said he was the fastest any player's been all year. Is like 23 and a half miles an hour to tackle the guy so he didn't get a touchdown. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, see how
Yeah. But I really think that if you're talking about NFL MVP right now, that conversation is probably revolving around Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and
You're right, Eric. Wilson and a landslide. No disrespect. Oh, let's not forget the. I still
maybe
have a better
Mahomes.
place. Oh boy! Oh boy!
What's that?
Which quarterback between? I don't know if Eric Weinmender means Wilson as MVP or Wilson as between Garoppolo and Wilson.
No, I think he was picking between Wilson and Jimmy G. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron. I mean, Eric is a Packers fan, and Aaron's playing lights out ball. So
Yeah, so he'd go with MVP on that. You're right.
yeah. So I really think he meant over Jimmy G. And that's and no disrespect to Jimmy G. I mean, that's just the truth of it is that Garoppolo the last 2 weeks he got to playing, but again, like I said, the 3 weeks ago against the Dolphins, it was obvious he was not back to his game. Now that he's back on his game, he's good. I don't think he's playing Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers good.
I was like, do I hate him because he's a Patriot? Used to be, or do I appreciate him and say congratulations for getting out of New England? I don't know, but yeah, Seahawks. I'm gonna go with. Not a bit biased, are we, sir?
Oh, love it. Man.
Well,
Wow. Let's see here.
he's
If I can get back to the schedule and look at Sunday night game. Man, this is where they need to change it because who cares? It's the Cowboys and the Eagles.
I mean, Nick Nobody's going to be starting for the Cowboys, and I keep saying it because I can't even remember his name. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. This is just like you said, it's a whatever game.
I'm picking the Eagles.
Yeah, Wentz if Wentz will have a good game because of, I mean, again, Cowboys got rid of their defensive player to the Lions. They seem to be calling it in right now.
Yeah, I mean that. And no, I don't know who's starting for the Cowboys, but Winston's just got to have a decent game. All he has to do is be a game manager. I think in this game, and they're going to beat the Cowboys.
Let's see here. It's Ben DiNucci. That's who it is.
Yeah, unless.
And let's not forget Ezekiel Elliott, who's had 6 fumbles this year so far. I mean, so it used to be like, hey, Lex, I got Zeke. That's not confidence in anything. So yeah, I think the Eagles should win this, but I don't really care.
Yeah. I think that's the way most of America is going to feel about it. It's probably going to be a terribly low-rated game. I'm not going to watch it.
And here's the thing. We got the Steelers and Ravens, and they didn't flex that out to the night game and pull that one back. They have the ability to, and they've done things like that before.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? That's just bad on the NFL.
Yeah, it is. So we're not going to spend any more time on that game. We're going to go right to Monday night's not much better. Buccaneers at Giants.
That's a team that's done with a team that's on fire and a veteran who knows how to win. And
Buccaneers are going to smear them.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Antonio's ready to go and pass the COVID protocols or whatever. But if Antonio Brown gets in there, it's going to be that much worse.
I think he is starting this week.
Good.
I think that's what I heard. man, let's see here. Let's back up a little bit and see if there's any headlines underneath the Buccaneers for Antonio Brown. If I can get to a Buccaneers page, and I can't news, so let's click on that and see what happens.
The only thing is they're going to kick their butt
let's
without
see.
Antonio Brown. So, it's whatever.
Giants running back Devonta Freeman out.
Their other running back is still out. They got no running. Danny Dimes is inconsistent. They got crap for an offensive line. Their defense is a joke. If it wasn't for the fact that they have a win, I would say they're just as bad as the Jets. But I welcome the Jets to the 0-16ville. You may want to keep your 16-0ville or your perfectville, but we welcome them all. That's why we took the Browns in. We're brothers now. Remember I said I'm a Browns fan? I became a Browns fan when they went 0-16. Part of the family now.
I'm not seeing anything about Antonio Brown's availability.
Okay. I'm not either. So,
but I'm seeing a lot of headlines where a lot of people think the Buccaneers, and I think this is a little crazy. They think the Buccaneers are the best team in football.
No.
And I'm thinking there are a number of teams that I think are better than them.
They are a very good team, and they are a playoff caliber team. They might even get to the NFC Championship game and play things right. But I don't think they're the best team in – no.
I'm not even sure they're the best team in the NFC.
No.
I mean, I think the Packers and Seahawks
I agree.
would have something to say about that.
People are just like, it's Brady and Gronk, and it's the Patriots, and all they do is win. Yeah, well, hold back. They're good. Just chill.
Yeah. So that takes us through the games.
Yeah. I'm looking at that thing. Don't know anything about Antonio. I'm going to assume not then, because I think that'd be a big headline if he was in. So
I don't know if Eric's still in here, but I thought maybe we might close out. It's Halloween, and it's time for Monster.
It's Halloween.
And I was wondering, give me a couple of football players, past, present, that scare you. Probably defensive players. Those would be the ones that.
Who's going first?
Huh?
Who's going first, Eric?
Well, he's still talking about we were just talking about the best team. He said Packers would be clear-cut best team if we had two contributing first and second round picks, but we ruined that.
I was going to say LT on crack or not on crack, but hey, scary man.
Yeah, I was thinking as far as just scary people. Man, there's some really good ones. John Randall, with his face painted up, done research and talking trash about your home life, and
he did homework
with all that craziness going on in his head. He was a scary man. Thinking back to early days, Jack Lambert with the 2 teeth missing, and you knew he was just tougher than nails.
You can pick anybody on the Iron Curtain there, you know.
Oh yeah, Mean Joe Green. There's a monster of the gridiron.
The ones that scare me the most, I remember like the mass murder or the serial killers, how they're all nice and meek and they smile at their neighbors and they have this great smile on their face, but then behind scenes they're just slaughtering people. Dick Butkus, man. He was such a nice, sweet guy, but when you got him on the field, he was an ornery SOB. And not only that, you got a name like Dick Butkus. You got to be a tough guy. And so that's the kind of guys that scare me. Dick Night Train Lane, another one. Night Train, they made rules in the NFL, like the horse collar and the clothesline. And there's a whole bunch of things where I was like, whoa, you can't do that. We're making rules. Those are illegal. Night Train Lane. So that's a scary guy if the NFL has to make rules because of you.
Eric's bringing up James Harrison. Didn't they just make a commercial where Harrison is changing? Where Harrison was this guy won the opportunity to be tackled by James Harrison, and he was trying to run away, and James Harrison's chasing him. That would be a scary moment because James Harrison is a scary, scary man.
You could paralyze me. I don't care how much you're paying me. No, if I live. Oh,
Ndamukong Suh could be. He doesn't look like he's got a good disposition.
well.
Speaking of good dispositions, how about Greg Lloyd?
Good one too.
I mean, he used to wear a T-shirt that said, "They didn't hire me for my disposition."
Listen,
And I remember, I don't know if I saw the clip or my buddy saw the clip, but there was a game between the Steelers and Dolphins back in the day, and he hit Marino right on the sidelines, and Marino gets up and he's clutching his jersey. And I can't remember if my buddy told me this, said they asked Marino, what did he say to Greg Lloyd when he was grabbing his jersey? And what my buddy said was that Marino said, I didn't say anything. I was trying to catch my breath.
listen, Eric, I don't want to try to sound like an Ndamukong Suh apologist, but I really think he got a raw deal when he was in Detroit. You know, every now and then, tempers flare, people's hands get crushed. You know, it happens. It's professional football. He's a nice guy. He's not scary or a monster. He's just misunderstood.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, there are some.
And bobsledder. Don't forget, Olympic caliber bobsledder.
There are some offensive players that could be real scary. I would think that standing in front of Earl Campbell with a head of steam would be the type of thing that'd make you want to poop your pants.
I don't think Zonka was any safer, dude. I mean, I think I saw sometimes where Zonka laid some people flat on him, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he had the advantage, too, of having guys like Larry Little clearing a path for him. And then of course, Zonka was just super tough. You know, he broke his nose on, every other play. He just put it back and keep going. And I remember there was one NFL film where one of the Raiders defensive backs was talking about trying to stop Zonka, and he, of course, he's a defensive back, and so he said at some point he went to the huddle and said, "Hey, fellas, you think you can slow that stuff down just a little bit before it gets to us?"
I know I'm a Lions fan, but if we're talking about tough guys, I know it's not personality, but sometimes it's mental toughness, physical toughness. And when Matt Stafford in his rookie year, at the end of the game, down by less than a touchdown, gets nailed, separates his shoulder, the doctors tell him he's not allowed to go back in the game. He tells them to kiss it, waves them off, goes back in the game with his arm flapping next to him, completely dislocated, hikes the ball, throws a touchdown, wins the game versus the Browns. In his rookie year, come on, Stafford. That's a tough guy.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt he was tough. I think if I'm thinking scary Lions, I'm thinking somebody like Robert Porcher.
Porcher was good in his time. I'll give you that.
I mean, he was a physical specimen, and
Torture. But,
I think Eric's checking out on us.
Hey, we might as well wrap it up anyway. We've been on for half hours or whatever.
Yeah, an hour and a half in. So
we're good.
Yeah. So just for anybody who's made it this far, repeat, just remember the live stream tomorrow night, 9:00. Me and Mandy and me. We will be announcing our November contest.
Diabetes theme, you said, correct?
And watch out for the return of ASMR Batman.
Woo.
I'm Batman.
All right, man. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Take it easy.